Shit. Wait. Hold up. I'm gonna mute me. That track. Shit. Wait. Hold up. I'm gonna mute me. That track. check. I'll move stream to here. So, it was 6. I went to my phone and made an alarm, which, by the way, I kind of played it. You guys couldn't really hear it because my mic just fucking doesn't like playing that shit. But, you could probably have heard it from the other side of the house. And apparently, I fucking slept through that shit. And as well, on top of that, these fucking shit alarms are so fucking awful that if you don't respond to them the first time, it will just stop playing the alarm. What dumbass designed these? Anyway, I'm here now, and I apologize, but I don't want to go a third chance without doing this fucking session, because then it's just gonna be a derailment that lasts fucking forever. And since we finally have all 3 of the players here for the Western again, we're starting back in the Western town. For those watching, like, if these are when I get this on the playlist, session 10.5 is not canon, so we're starting from the start of 10, where you guys had just killed the Lars, Jeff, and Cora, you guys had just killed the Dune Beast with the help of Triss. And I think it kind of left off with, like, the mayor just giving, like, a snarky remark or something about it. I don't quite remember where we left off. So
I want to go stab the couch again.
Right. I could check here real quick.
I want to stab the couch.
I want to kick you.
I will stab the couch.
Don't do it.
I'm going to stab the couch a bunch of times.
There's something in the couch.
And Lars just pulled it out and was like, whatever. And just kept
Alright, because you guys don't know what that is yet anymore.
Hello, Marta 3. Prepare to get your ass eaten.
You know, we bring it back to town, but, like...
I love the SE-122. It's so overpowered. Eat my big dick gun.
Yeah, so we left off, for those watching the playlist, I might start a little bit earlier, just because I'm an idiot, but, so you guys brought the Dune Beast's head, I think, to, the mayor, of the Dust. It's the Western town that you guys have been in, and I think the last thing we left off was the remark of the corrupt mayor, basically just being like, well, son of a bitch, Triss didn't die out there with you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, have we leveled up yet? Are we level 8 yet? Or...
Huh?
Yeet! Shit.
Have we leveled up within the last 2 sessions?
That
No.
ghost shell, that fucker, that ghosted.
We have not leveled up?
No. Sorry.
Well, dang.
Uh, right. Right. So you guys had a reward from the mayor. I think that's where we actually left off. But I'll just replay it because we need to start. So, and it's a just in case. So sorry for those watching in the future. Yeah. So you guys can go ahead and step into the mayor's office. He's
We done killed it.
By the time you guys get there, he's kind of back sitting in his lounging position. Trish stayed outside and refused to go into the office. And the mayor is kind of just sitting on his with his feet up on his desk.
Who can I murder? I want to kill. Stabby, stabby, stabby.
We done killed it. The sand thing.
I want to kill more.
So I saw. So, you three are a little more skilled than I was thinking you were gonna be. Tell me, what is it again? He removes his feet from the desk and stands up. What is it that you three were up to before getting into my here town?
Well,
Adventuring thing gone wrong.
we got our ass handed to us.
You keep saying that, but I don't know. Between you and me, I don't exactly buy it.
We
You
could
really want to know? I got
we could take you to meet the guy.
in a music battle. In
Oh, yeah.
Hall.
She got her ass handed to her.
Yeah.
I almost got crushed by a pallet. That's a crazy one. I definitely did not get out of character.
Well, I would say that is interesting and peculiar, but I'm gonna need a straight answer from you three. I mean, you just barge into my here town. You just show up to my place, ask for a bounty, finish it on the same day, on the same hour, if I'm not mistaken. And all for what?
Do you know about the different realms?
Yeah, kind of leans back and crosses his arms. Different realms?
Sorry! I'm sorry, I just needed these fucking shit. Oh my god.
We're plane hopping, you can say. And it went wrong, and we ended up in the middle of the desert, and now we're here.
Yeah.
Yeah, reaches down to his belt and kind of like lifts up his pants a little bit more and scratches his nose a bit as he starts to walk out of his desk. So, explain to me again what you mean by these, realms? He kind of sarcastically air quotes.
Well, basically, imagine
Um,
except next to each other. Imagine each world that we're in like a room, and each realm is like a build. The entire universe is like a building, and then the different realms are these rooms. The one that we were getting, or apparently happened, was like this room over there, except that one was full of deadly shit, and we got dragged into there. And when we came out, we were in a different place than we were in originally. I don't even know where I'm going with this. He just throws his hands in the air and just starts to like. fucking sharpen his
As you're
hand.
trying to explain this to the three of you, it is pretty immediately obvious that this is a bit of a foreign concept to him. But then after a moment, uh, that expression of just complete loss immediately fades away. He leans down to you. He leans down over top of you, Lars. He's a pretty tall guy when he stands up. And with his large lizard folk, just muzzle, just leans down to you, and he simply says, "Magic."
I don't do that, but the one guy who did it definitely was.
Do you have a problem with magic or something?
Yeah.
He leans back. He's like snaps back to a normal like to this posture. I don't have a problem with magic per se, other than it's not welcome in my town. As long as you don't do any of that funny business, we don't have a problem.
Well, all she can do is play music. That's really weird. I can just steal stuff. I don't even know what this guy does. I'm just lost now.
What? Why are you so against magic? Why?
Because unlike trained hands and steady payments, you can't control it between person to person.
That's kind of the point. Everything's different.
Exactly. And trying to run a town when people might be pulling strings behind your back with no way of finding said strings makes my job hard.
That makes sense. That actually makes sense. You're right. Still, though,
He eventually makes his way back to his desk and sits down in his chair with a bit of a wheeze. Scoots his chair up to a position. And sets his hands on his desk. So, alright. He pushes his chair back in, reaches for a drawer. He grabs a small pouch filled with coin, and puts it on the desk and closes the drawer in again. And, like I said before, to any of the townsfolk outside, shave off that last digit. As you guys look in, the pouch contains 150 gold for each of you.
oh my god.
Wow. Okay. Thank you very much.
You're wheezing into your audio. You're wheezing into your mic.
Sorry.
Now, if you're looking for a little bit more, a few miles out of town, we got a bit of a neighboring town, so to speak. It ain't much to look at, nothing like our town, but they've been talking to me recently, and they've got a bit of a bandit problem. Something about a local gang coming up, and it's been to the point that they're basically running that town like a hostage weakling that they just have under their belt to make them money passively. I speak in metaphors, of course, but yeah, if you would go check that out for me, so they can be quiet for several minutes, that would be most appreciative.
Okay.
You got a map?
Well, I don't have it's a recent town, and we haven't had a map made with them on it yet. But, you follow the road that you went down for those sand sharks, you should find it pretty quick. You should be down that road believe it's that road anyway. My sources are a little dodgy, and I'll be honest, I haven't been paying too much attention anyway.
Ah. Okay.
If you think it'll be dangerous for
Jeff
you,
gets
if you think it'll be dangerous for you, bring the bird.
Okay.
Jeff just gives a thumbs up and starts walking up.
Cora shrugging shoulders and follows Jeff.
Yay. Murder time.
As you guys open the door to his open the door back up of his office, you notice that Trishat wasn't waiting outside for you guys. And in fact, as you guys go down to the lobby level, didn't even go back to her post at the receptionist desk.
Okay.
I think it's about 5 o'clock at this time. The sun is starting to get a bit low in the air. Just the kind
Welcome to
of
hell.
the sand kind of just blows through the immediate area as the wind blows.
I could probably fly us there pretty quick, right?
Probably should do that.
So just flying there, not getting anything to prepare, or
We should probably just go there.
Yeah.
Just do it.
okay. So Jeff, you're just transforming in the middle of town?
No, I probably walk out to the road first.
Okay.
That's a wise plan.
Alright, yeah, okay. Sorry. So Jeff, you transform into the giant hawk. Cora and Lars, you two both get on his back, and he begins to take flight. You have to stay a bit low to the ground because it's kind of difficult to see the trail through the sand just adjacent to it. It's essentially like trying to follow a path of imagine a Minecraft texture pack where grass and tilled grass are the same color, and you're trying to follow a tilled grass path.
Oh.
Not easy. But the road is quite long. It's about what is it? It's about 3 or 4 miles you're able to gauge in the distance. After these travels, it's about 7:30. So about an hour and a half flight. As you get there, this town, like the mayor said, it's not much to look at. There's few things in terms of buildings, and in fact, it looks kind of more like it's this mining town, essentially. It's got one, like, what looks definitely like a mine, kind of in the center of it. There's a couple of, like, wood cabins, essentially, kind of built up. Look like they've been there for a really long time. as well as now there's there's another mayor's office. It's much smaller and much less ornate, as well as a more a nicer, like a next step above nicer in a place to sleep. Basically, it looks like a 2-floor inn. And as you arrive, you already see on the streets there's a cloaked man cloaked similarly to the duster cloaks you guys have now, which you guys still have equipped in case you de-equip them on your character sheets. You have them on now again.
Probably change that.
Yeah. They're wearing kind of similar duster cloaks to you guys. However, these ones have a little bit more armor modulated onto them, it looks like. As well as the cloaks themselves are more of a they're more of a sand color than the black you guys have. Yeah, so you guys basically just see what you assume is one of these bandits just mugging this person in town.
Yeah, do I have anybody? They're both on my back.
Lars and Cora are both on your back.
And you said there's how many of the people, the bad guys?
You can only see one.
Yeah, I just pick them up with my claw.
Okay. You just swoop down and snatch this guy. The person who is getting mugged just kind of turns up and looks up and it's just kind of mouths like, what the fuck? This is a very Rango-esque thing where this giant hawk comes down and just swoops up a town person. In any case, the guy is noticeably quiet, but they start struggling against your talons, but you don't even need to make a strength check.
I fly him up pretty high and I just am like,
okay. You get about 60 to maybe 80 feet up in the air before you decide to drop him off. But as you drop him, he drops maybe about 15 to 20 feet before you see at his back, kind of jimmied under a backpack, a pair of wings snap out of them and catch him out of the air.
huh.
Just
They kind of turn their head back up. Jeff, go ahead and make a perception check, as well as Cora and Lars, since you're on his back and the person is below them. You can roll with disadvantage, or you can just not roll.
Lars.
cool. We just
Do I have disadvantage or?
No, you're fine, Jeff. You don't have any
Okay.
bad luck with it.
I got a dirty 20.
Okay.
Starting off good.
perception. Oh. Okay, I'm just dumb. Oh, dirty 20. 12. Okay.
All right. Jeff, as you look at the person's face, Lars and Cora, you two both kind of look down and you see kind of familiar features from the bottom from the person below you. just kind of lazy eyes, but you know, it's kind of hard to get an accurate look. If they're covered by the cloak, it's difficult to see. They're kind of far away now. But Jeff, as you kind of squint down to look at them, it appears greatly that this person is probably Triss.
Why are you mugging people?
However, you don't have time to ask questions as they spot you. They snap in a direction and take off.
Get him! Chase him!
I do that.
Roll athletics.
Fire.
S.
Ooh, that's a high 16.
Okay. 16?
Yeah.
Lamau. Okay, so, the person begins, they start flying, and it kind of catches you off guard and you lose a bit of distance. And as you swoop down at level with them, you're kind of able to close it a little bit, but they're flying just a tiny bit faster than you.
How high off the ground are we?
Now you're about 45 feet off the ground.
Probably shouldn't or shoot at her.
After a bit of chase, she snaps downward. Like, there's, like, no time to react to her movement. It's almost, like, a legit, just, like, snaps downward. And begins basically dive bombing.
I guess I kind of do the same, but, like, not
Yeah.
so I kill myself.
Yeah. You lose a bit of distance on her from kind of taking a more, or a more cautious, reaction to this. You hear the soft just as she lands on the sand, and kind of ducks into the mines.
What do
Let's follow it. Go down.
I'm thinking that at this, we've done enough, landings from Jeff that we can do something really cool as we get off.
Yeah.
Like, I changed back, to a human, like, just above the ground and we opt unison or something.
Nice. Superhero landing.
Mm-hmm.
Are you taking after her in the mine, or?
Yeah, why not? Jeff casts, where's my spell sheet? Where is produce flame, so I can see.
Okay, gotcha. As you start after her in the mines, you see immediately there's, 3 forks, in the, like, main area, as well as there's, more than one person in duster cloaks, kind of standing around.
Well, what is their reaction to us just running into this room?
Very tame. They're all just kind of in that, like, they're kind of basically just, like, leaning with their shoulders against walls and with their arms crossed and they just kind of their hoods just kind of peer up to see you guys.
Which way did that person come? The person probably running or flying. Which way did they go?
There's a bit of a pause, and then one of them is just like, middle one, I think.
Gracias. Back to running.
Based in Beatrice.
Huh?
Based.
No. So, you guys start running into the second hallway. Excuse me, and, did you guys, hear, like, footsteps or, this consistent, like, coming from where you're going? Perhaps their footsteps are kind of masked by this a little bit. But you guys, continue. It's a little narrow, but for the most part, you guys are able to run through it without problem. And, after a bit, you get to this, wider encovement where, you see dozens and dozens of miners, mining against rock. And noticeably, nobody is running around in this place.
Is it a dead end? Or...
It looks to be. Yeah.
Shit. Wait a minute.
Well,
Why don't we just go tell the mayor?
Go tell the mayor what?
Triss is running a fucking gang. Or in a gang.
You guys haven't technically proven it's Triss. Jeff was
Based
just
in
able to see
Beatrice
that
Hill.
it at least looks a lot like her.
Based in Beatrice Hill.
plus the mayor would.
Yeah, he'd probably just be like, just fuck it and I don't care.
Well, it looks like I can't do anything about that.
Yeah.
Well,
By the way, would any of you care to make a perception check?
Yes, please.
I'll do one.
21.
I got a 9.
I got a 21.
18.
Lars is smart.
Both Cora and Lars, you guys notice that very oddly, most of the townsfolk, in the dust are lizard folk and harpies. However, as you look around, you kind of remember how much flack you guys have gotten for not being, you know, a scaled lizard folk or a feathered harpy. And meanwhile, these miners are, they're dark elves.
Oh.
And, a lot of them look very, very tired and very beaten. Most of them are, dirtied and, mucking up. They smell awful.
Like piss.
They smell like blackened rock. And they
Freedom!
smell.
Viva la revolution!
And as you guys are kind of noticing this, from behind one of the walls, you see a pretty bulky cloaked person kind of walk out from behind one of these like pillars of stone. and kind of walks into the center of the room in front of you guys and crosses its arms, kind of in that like bouncer position. And just stands there.
Hey.
They do not respond.
Bitch.
Excuse me. We need to find something.
What is your guys' passive perceptions?
Ah,
Oh no.
22, that's what you're asking.
mine is 18.
I got a 12.
What is your passive perceptions, and does a 23 beat it?
No.
Mine is 18.
18. What is yours, Kara?
12.
Kara?
10.
10?
10.
Gotcha. Whereas your thief's wit kind of comes in handy as you hear a slipping rock behind you guys from the tunnel you came from, and as you kind of duck behind you a little bit and you turn around, you notice that there are several other cloaked people blocking the doorway out.
Okay.
And you guys are a bit barricaded in here.
Well,
How will they get out of this one?
From what you're able to see, there's the one, he's very heavily built kind of person, standing at the front of the room, and there are about 4 behind you guys.
Well then.
Let me, real quick. Damn. Alright. At the end of the room, the guy standing with their arms crossed, just kind of yells out through the bit of the fucking the place you're in, and he just says, "We can do this the easy way or the hard way, slaves."
Slaves?
Wait, did they just call us slaves?
Oh, thank you.
Uh,
Instead, looking to start a fight.
Can I remove my hood and be like,
Not-
I think you're mistaken, sir.
One of the guys, you hear from behind you guys some of whispering between the other two, and they're like, "Do you think we have betrayers? Look at their cloaks, they're different from us. They're from they're from the town over."
Bro, we ain't even been to this town like once. It's the first time.
We're actually looking for someone.
The man in the front of the room takes a couple steps forward, and reveals a set of manacles in his hand, as he kind of swaps the way he's crossing his arms, and just repeats, "We can do this the easy way or the hard way."
What are we
I'm
going to do?
I'm going to assume the easy way is us leaving.
Mistaken. The easy way. He uncrosses his arms and just dangles the set of manacles.
I don't get
I kind of like the hard way.
I don't get it. Am I missing something?
He's saying he's going to enslave you.
Lars, do you want to make a strength check? Or a
Can I
strength
make
save? I apologize.
Can I make a dex?
Strength?
Fine. Okay. Strength save? Okay. 16.
one of the bandits from behind you kind of takes a clumsy swipe at you, and your bandit sense just kind of has you sidestep it.
Okay.
Yeah, the other three are kind of starting to close in behind you guys. And it's getting kind of a spooky.
In that case, I'm gonna take a swing at the guy that just tried to attack me.
Okay.
Fuck you, dude.
You swinging with anything?
Wait, what?
You swinging with anything?
Yeah, my scimitar.
Alright.
So that's a 10. Does a 10 hit? Probably not.
Lars, you swing over and the guy and the bandit dodges under. And gets a good punch in on your gut. Make a Constitution save.
Aw, man.
As well as this, Cora and Jeff, go ahead and make
Nat 20.
strength saves.
I got a nat 20 on con.
Can you say that one more time, Chase?
Cora and Jeff, please make strength checks.
I got a 20.
I got a nat 20 on my constitution save.
Dirty 20, Jeff?
Yeah, dirty 20.
10.
Boy, Cora's not looking too good.
Cora, from behind you, you get grabbed by one of the bandits, and you two are kind of locked in a bit of a struggle. Jeff, you're able to keep your bandit at bay. Lars, the guy who punched you, that punch was like really kind of meek. It was really sloppily placed, and you just kind of your hardened thief body just kind of was just like, what the fuck was that bitch slap?
Can I take an attack of opportunity since he's recovering from punching me?
Go ahead.
Cool. 7. Nope. Okay.
You just kind of give him like a bit of a clock on the back, with the hilt of your scimitar. Sorry.
Jeff turns into a mouse and then runs underneath the feet towards the exit and then changes back.
All right. Running between the feet. Nice. The bandit does not see you kind of like land on the ground as the mouse form, and just kind of starts looking around. And through his clumsiness, you guys do get this bit of information. As he's kind of looking around, he's like, "Magic user."
Oh.
And as you turn around behind you, the bandit at the front of the room just kind of points behind him lazily. And the bandit kind of turns and is like, is now facing you, Jeff.
I punch him in the face. He's looking at me, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna punch him in the face.
Roll attack.
I got a 2.
Oh.
And
You bounce over with a wicked haymaker. The bandit dodges it. It was a little bit sloppy. You were kind of banking on his clumsiness. And he does pretty much the same counter he did to Lars. He kind of ducks his head under your swing and just slams his arm up into your stomach. Jeff, make a Constitution save.
12.
He got a pretty good hit in, and it kind of takes the wind out of you. He does get it pretty well placed under your stomach. you're able to kind of keep your balance and stay on your feet, but it's a little difficult to breathe at this moment.
Cool. Do we want to kill these?
I say we do.
Cora, roll a flat d20 for me.
May I ask why?
I'll tell you after the roll.
Oh, cool.
18.
Alright, cool. As you're struggling against this bandit, he ends up moving his hand off you, to get a better grip around your arm. And this is just the opportunity you need to, swing and catch him in the shin. You really lace into his kneecap.
Nice.
And you're, able to break free from your struggle with him. Why don't the three of you roll initiative?
Oh, goddamn it.
Oh yeah.
Initiative roll.
10.
Initiative, okay.
24,
I got a 22. Okay, that's not bad.
Jeff always goes last.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Jeff, you got a 14.
I got a 10.
Ah, that's, nailed it. I was way on target with that. Cora got a nat 20. Lars got 22. Bandito, Burrito, 1. I'm doing this efficiently. This is fun. Let me, also. Excuse me. Cora, go ahead and, take your turn.
I'd like to take up some thought and stab the person who...
Go ahead and roll attack.
What?
Go ahead and roll attack.
Roll attack?
Roll damage.
Okay.
I like this music. It's very fitting.
Was this from Rango?
Yeah.
Nice.
Rango!
It's such a good movie. Rango.
It is. The other day, or not the other, like the other day, but a few days ago I was looking it up and I was like, wait, what the fuck? It's not a Disney or DreamWorks movie? What the fuck?
That's weird.
Yeah.
I tip my hat to you. One legend to another.
Eh.
Oh my god, that was brought back so many memories.
Such a good movie. Ooh, nice.
And it deals, before poison
Jesus.
for the next
By the way, you roll damage for that 16.
roll damage for that.
Yeah, roll damage for the 16 and as well as the 18.
Okay.
Sorry, you're a little bit quiet, unfortunately.
You want me to roll again? Because I got a 22 this time. Oh. I got a 16 for the attack. Oh. Okay.
Okay.
What are you swinging with, by the way?
Soda swap.
Ah, nice.
17.
A d20 for damage?
That's nuts.
The fuck?
Oh my god. I am
Bro, imagine a dagger
gonna
that rolled
say.
d20s. That'd be insane, man.
Wait. Ah, ha ha ha. I am.
I was gonna say, I might have to majorly buff some shit if you're rolling d20s out here.
Large rolling d8s.
Yeah.
11.
Okay, and then it does 2d4s of damage for the next 2 turns.
Oh shit, I didn't look cute.
D4
Okay, sorry.
damage for the next 2 turns.
Sorry, what do I need to do?
A d4 of damage to that person for the next 2 turns.
Right. I got 2.
They die instantly. Instantly.
Ram.
Sorry, I'm working on getting the music back up and running. I forgot to loop the cue. I'm big dumb.
We know.
Fucking- So I got 2 on the D4, Cora. Do I just take 2 more points of damage, or?
Yeah, I guess so.
Alright. And go ahead and roll damage for that second attack, because that's 16 hits.
Okay.
I do love me a good old heater. I love staying warm.
6. Dang. Nice. So Kara, you take one swing of your dagger and you catch the guy like right on the jaw. And the next one you hook over, and even though Soda's claw is a very like kind of pointed stabbing weapon, it still does give nasty cuts. And you give the guy a good. He kind of like gets his arm up to kind of block it a little bit, but it still gets a wicked slash into his forearm. And is that all you're gonna do in your turn? I forgot to fucking loop it again. Sorry. I'm great at this.
Okay, where am I in relative to everyone?
So you are, sorry, loop.
Ow, hot.
So Cora, you're about 10 feet away from Lars. Both you and Lars are blocked from the exit anyway. You're blocked by a bandit who are about both 10 feet away from the exit, where Jeff is standing at the exit with his bandit, kind of about at 10 feet with the other guy. So you guys kind of have this bit of a wall of bandits.
If only we had a violent barbarian to kill them all.
Oh, stay where I am.
Okay. With that, it is Lars, your turn.
I'm gonna take my swing at the nearest guy to me.
Alright, go ahead and roll attack.
Whoa, hold on. Over there. Okay. Eight, motherfucker. Again with the low rolls.
That's one guy.
As you take a swing with your scimitar, the bandit once again kind of sidesteps it. And after your swing swishes past him, he's just like, "Come on, man! I thought this is a fight."
Oh, okay. Did he just vicious mockery me? Because I want to hit him again. Can I just hit him again?
No, he's just being a dick.
I want to beat his ass. He's dead.
I mean, do you want me to roll a vicious mockery and say you're just that much of a puss?
And then I can get angry at him and swipe at him again.
Not how vicious mockery works, but does not apply the enraged effect.
Fine.
He's just insulting you. I mean, if you really want to make that a part of Lars,
It's just
I
combat
can roll
banter.
damage for that shit.
Yes.
Roll damage for medial insults.
I want to be angered.
All right,
Wait,
fine.
damn it.
I'm gonna roll a fucking vicious mockery on you.
Fine.
A 1d4 psychic damage for just a little insult that, again, doesn't take anything to do.
And then I'm going to whip his ass.
Damn, that is a crit roll.
Oh.
Take 8 ego damage.
And I
Lars, you just took 8 free damage.
Where is my pen?
What is wrong with you?
Where's my pen? There it is.
Oh, and
It's
don't
like,
forget,
I don't want to
vicious...
kill you guys, but then fucking Nick go and does this shit. Takes
Listen,
8 free damage.
also, Nick not only takes 8 damage, because it's a vicious mockery, he rolls disadvantage on the next attack.
Lamau.
Wait, can I roll a d20 to see if I just get angry and try to hit him again? Instead of getting butthurt about it?
You can roll the d20 to see if you are gonna to swing again in anger, but
Well,
it just you don't have to roll to be angry as a character.
12.
Since it's vicious mockery and you have disadvantage on next swing, you can roll with double disadvantage or just not do it.
Fuck you. Oh.
Well, you don't have to roll the rest of your stuff. As he insults you, you make a wicked slash, and it misses him, and it kind of lands at the floor. And the, Bennett lifts his foot up and kicks your wrist, disarming you.
Oh, god damn you. Alright. Fine then. That'll be it.
You're speaking
This
like
is-
the DM made this happen, but no, you made this happen.
I know, and I plan to be angry about it, and I'm going to whip his ass.
I'm gonna write a blog post about this!
I'm gonna go on r/RPG horror stories, and you're gonna be donezo.
I got disarmed for a nat 1 attack roll. Fuck this DM. Is that all you can do in your turn?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Alright. Koro the bandit in front of you, he kind of leans back a bit and, grabs his forearm and, after a second, he, stops having his arm, and wields a wicked, punch for you. I should probably roll for the attacks I'm making. That might be a good idea. Does 15 be your AC?
No, it does not.
While wearing the no, you're wearing the Duster's cloak, right? You beat 15 with the Duster's cloak? Interesting.
Yeah, because Pluto's rogue downgraded me as well. Remember?
Huh. Cool. He makes a swing for you, but kind of misses. He failed to accommodate for your, height. There's gotta be a short joke in every session, I swear to God. Sometimes it's not even me trying to make a short joke, it's
Honestly,
just...
short jokes have become less mean for me and more funny.
It happens to every short race in this game, it's not just you.
At least you're not a gnome.
2 feet tall.
Yeah, so that is a huge spider. Excuse me, sir, can you... Your living privileges have ended.
The Phantom at
Seriously.
Right, so the bandit, he makes a swing. It nearly catches you, but, not quite. And that is all he's gonna do in his turn. Lars, the bandit in front of you, seeing as you're disarmed, is, gonna make a grab for you. Make a dex with disadvantage, or not disadvantage, make a dex or a strength save.
Okay. Fuck. That's my dex. That's my dex for fuck's sakes. Keep rolling low.
Bro, just have better dexterity.
just need
Plus 6! It's a plus 6!
Lars,
Have better.
since the bandit is so close, he's able, as you try to kind of dodge out of the way, he gets a hold of the cloak and kind of jerks you in front, and the two of you are locked in a grapple struggle.
Cool.
Jeff, the bandit in front of you, whips out a small club, and just kind of lifts it into the air. And he lifts it high into the air and brings it down. That's not the right channel. Does a 7 by chance beat your AC?
He done misses.
Damn. So he swings the club. He's still a little bit turned around from you turning into the mouse. And just kind of swings it already just in the air. Just kind of around as if he's like charging a flail.
Nice.
Jeff, it is your turn.
Ice knife.
Alright. I have to make a dex save, right?
Yes, let me remember.
That might be helpful.
Well,
Or-
if it's if the other guys are within 5 feet, so if there's a guy within 5 feet of him, then he does.
Ah.
I got a nat.
A what?
Nat.
Sorry, he cut out again. Nat 1.
Nat 20.
Ah, nat 20. Alright. We're gonna do this the book standard way. Roll your attack, or roll your damage twice. And just add them together.
Okay. Where is
And
my...
you're swinging with what again, by the way?
It's an ice knife, so I
Right.
throw a shard of ice. D10. Where's my D10? That's 12. Oh, here's D10. Okay, that's 10. Alright, so that's 19. That's 13. So 19 plus 13.
13 plus 13?
13 plus 19.
On the first guy? Yeah. 19 plus 13. Dick. 32. Youch. That's gotta hurt. Huh. You swing
And
the
then,
ice shard across the room and it catches him like right in between a couple ribs. And he lets out a pretty wicked scream. Who has to make a dex save?
Anybody within 5.
Oh, anybody. Alright.
Well, I don't. Let me check if it's anybody. It could be enemies. Probably anybody, though. Yeah, each creature.
10 and 11.
Let me check my. Does not save.
Damn.
They take. It's a 2d6. This spell is amazing. First one takes 12. Second one takes 7.
Sorry?
First one takes not 12. First one takes 10. Second one takes 7.
Alright. Damn. Don't underestimate that spell, cause holy shit. A lot of damage to a lot of people. Cool.
And then not gonna waste too many spells. I just shoot him with my bow.
Sorry?
So why not? I shoot him with my. Let's say. 14.
14?
Yeah.
To hit?
Yeah.
It does not hit.
This battle music slightly reminds me of
As the arrow whizzes through the air, the bandit just kind of like makes a real quick dodge by the like the skin on his teeth. The arrow swishes through the strands of the duster cloak he's wearing. And you're using a ranged weapon in melee combat of this guy?
Sorry.
You're in melee range of this guy, I think. Or who are you? By the way, I failed to apparently figure it out. But you're firing at who?
I guess the guy in front of me.
All right. Okay, I got you.
You have the slightest idea how little that narrows it down?
Cool. So, alright. From there, it is Cora's turn again.
Wonderful. Okay. Is the person that I was stabbing earlier still there?
Oh yeah, he's still standing.
Did he run off or anything? Okay. I guess we're just gonna stab him again.
Alright, roll attack.
I mean, might as well.
Whew! Nice. You have no modifier to that, by the way?
Well,
Wow.
either
Cool.
that or I'm just too dumb to look for them.
I forgot I renamed the bot to Raid Shadow Legends. I legit forgot and just looked at it. I was like, oh, that's fucking hilarious. Yeah, no, that hits.
Okay.
If you didn't hear how we're gonna do crits, we're gonna do it book standard. So you roll your damage twice and add them together.
Okay. Eight, 7.
8 plus 7.
I can't math.
15.
Awesome.
I should know that off the top of my head, but I don't know. Cool. So you take that dagger, and you kind of twist it around in your hand, so you're holding it, so like you're holding it like Michael Myers style.
Nice.
And you kind of do a bit of a spin and twist it under, and stab him like right in the gut. You've basically got the knife in his gut, and you're basically face to face with him.
Awesome.
Are you gonna do more in your turn, or are you gonna just kind of keep this guy on your knife?
I guess I'll just... Oh no, man. I'm just. My brain
Oh, that.
has too much.
You're gonna do what? Sorry, you're really quiet for me.
What?
You're really quiet for me. What were you doing?
My brain has not been working. Move on. Cut the class here.
Trust me, you are not alone.
So yeah, I guess that's just where I'm going with my turn.
I'm sorry if I failed to catch it again, but what are you doing? You're like really quiet for me. I have you at 200% and you're really quiet.
I'm leaving it at that for my turn.
Oh, okay. Nothing's stopping you from taking that attack, by the way. I'm just saying, like, that's where you're at with this guy, basically.
Oh, well, okay, then if so, okay.
Yeah, sorry if I made it, if I thought it got you thinking that way. Yeah, no, nothing's stopping you. You just have him stabbed.
Okay. I guess I'll roll to attack it. 3, I think.
Roll a flat d4.
What?
Roll a flat d4.
Two.
Nice. You try to jerk the knife out, and the guy's kind of like, ah! But you're not able to get the knife out of him.
Oh! That's a little bit of a predicament.
Okay. Lars, it's your turn. You are disarmed. Alright, make a strength save.
Oh god. 5. You motherfucker.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's a nat
Ooh,
1,
nat one.
actually. Feels bad, my friend.
Playing with you always feels bad. I'm kidding.
The bandit wrestles you down to the ground, as you end up, slipping on a rock under your feet. You slip to your feet, or slip off your feet, sorry. And the bandit is able to get you on the ground. And, rather than attack you, you feel your arms, reach behind your, back, a very scary thing for a thief to happen. You feel a set of manacles be, clasped around your wrists.
You motherfucker.
Just so you know, Lars, you are out of the turn order, or at least in combat-wise. You're also prone, but you're not in combat, so... From there, it is... Cora, it is your bandit's turn. The bandit looking at the knife and looking at you as you give it kind of a bit one more of those, like, fucking get out kind of pulls. He's just like, get it out, get it out, get it out! Make a strength check with advantage.
Okay. I'm so sorry.
What happened?
I think she just found it really, really funny.
Okay. Sorry about that, I'm laughing here. 6, I hope.
With advantage, by the way, with advantage.
Okay.
Okay. You give it one pull and it's not quite enough, and it's like, ow! And you finally give it a good rip out of his gut. And he just kind of falls to his knees, and he's just like, ow! Fucking ow! and he's just got his arms.
You're really just bullying this poor bandit, aren't you?
He's got his arms on his stomach, and he just kind of puts the other hand on the ground. And is just kind of kneeling there. The bandit from Lars is gonna go over to Jeff. Jeff, make a dex save.
That's something I'm good at. 16.
16?
Yep.
Alright. You sidestep the bandit as he like charges after you, and he kind of smashes into the wall behind you. And kind of is a little dizzy from it afterwards. Kind of takes a couple steps back and just like whoa. And the bandit in front of you is gonna raise his club up. And rolls attack with advantage because you have a ranged weapon equipped in this moment in time. Because that's how it
With
works.
advantage?
I think he gets advantage because you're using a ranged weapon. What is he roll for that?
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
$13. This guy's gonna go full potato apparently. Does 13 beat your AC? Okay.
No.
He finally brings up the nerve to swing his club. And you're able to do this really sick looking, like almost kind of like what you would expect, like a Robin Hood kind of move, where you kind of hook the bow under his club and kind of swing it around, and you disarm him.
Nice.
Jeff, it is your turn.
I'm gonna back up a bit. I don't know, like 15 feet, and then fire off an arrow.
You will proc an attack of opportunity from the guy who charged past you.
Oh, nuts. Well, like, how close are they to me?
The one who's kind of behind you is, he's kind of like a little bit to the side of you since you sidestepped him. You kind of sidestepped away from the door entrance, so he's now about blocking it. And the bandit in front of you, just disarmed within melee range in front of you.
Is the bandit by the door within 15 feet?
He's within it because he's adjacent to you.
Oh. They both are, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I cast Thunder Wave. They must
What's the
make
range of
a
that spell? Because
Constitution
doesn't it
saving
hit
throw.
fucking everybody?
15 feet.
Right.
It's
so
a 15-foot radius around the caster.
So as well as the two bandits, it hits the third one, as well as Cora, as well as Lars, as well as probably a couple miners.
Gee, thanks.
I mean, what's a couple civilian casualties, you know?
Yeah, who cares about that? They don't care about that in my
Fine.
campaign.
Ooh, wait, no, they do have metal around their ankles, so... yeah, no, it hits one, it hits all.
Bruh.
Well...
I imagine you've been, like, holding on to that spell, and you're like, finally a chance to... Never mind.
Nope. Thunderwave is basically...
Yep.
I have it on one of my, I think I have it on Zirdan, and I think that's how
You do
that
have it
spell's
on
gonna go.
Zirdan, and every time you've tried to use it, I said, oh hey, by the way, that's gonna hit other people, and you're
Yeah.
like, nah, acceptable casualties.
I guess Ice Knife again. Just
Alright.
why not?
How many spell slots of that do you have? 'Cause that's really powerful.
Multi-classing, I get spell slots that I can't, like, I don't have spells for, but I still have them.
Lamau. Neat. Interesting.
That's an
An 8?
18.
Ah. Go ahead and roll attack. Or roll damage or whatever. I'll make the dex save for the... Are you dex saving, the Lars's bandit, or are you throwing the knife at your bandit? Like, who's taking the dex save? The one that was fighting Lars or your bandit?
I'll say the one who's, fighting Lars.
Okay, well Lars is on the ground. The one who was fighting him is charged up. He's the one who charged you. Okay.
Yeah, him. He'll take the...
Oops. I'll have him roll dex.
The one hit with the actual ice, took 9 damage.
9 damage. Gotcha. Okay. The other bandit rolled 14 for his dex.
Yeah. That saves.
Sorry?
That saves.
Oh, cool. Donk. So you swing the knife towards the guy, and it kind of catches him, like, just under, his shoulder. And he takes a couple steps back and, lands onto his knee. And he's kind of just, like, grabbing at his injuries.
Nice.
Cora, it is your turn.
Awesome. Okay. The poor guy in front of that I've been battling has suffered enough. He's been through. Poor guy.
He's just sitting there, just kind of like, fuck. He's just like trying to stop the bleeding.
Oh no! I cannot stop it. Okay, are there any bandits near me?
You saw Jeff ice knife the bandit in front of him, who is now at his knees. The bandit next to him is about 15 feet away from you.
Okay.
But Jeff is about 10 feet away from you. Going from like a grid-based system of
I'll
5
tap
5.
the guy I demolished off the head, just like, okay, buddy. And go over to the cabin.
Okay, I'm gonna go fuck up your buddies now.
So should I just roll? Roll the hit.
What are you using on him?
I'm using Soda Slug, and I'm using it on the bandit that.
Okay, so you're just going over to that other bandit. Gotcha. Yeah, go ahead and roll attack. Roll damage twice and add them up.
Cora's taking all the freaking lucky rolls for herself. Goddamn.
Cora's just like, fuck this shit, I'm done!
I'm done with this.
17. Nice.
Cora is done.
You take one swing and, you catch the bandit, like, right in his side. And the other one, you take a wicked slash across his other shoulder. He takes a few steps back. But he kind of stumbles into the exit way a couple feet. But is still blocking the way and is still fighting. Lars, you are restrained at this current time.
Damn.
You can, based on where you are, you can be watching the spectacle of your teammates fight, or you can look off to the miners and watch whatever the fuck they might be getting up to. You know.
I'm just gonna kind of keep an eye on everyone, make sure no one gets fucking their ass eaten. And
Hughes, don't you have thieves?
yeah, can I try to like behind my back Houdini this shit off? I've got claws. Can I just like pick the lock?
I mean, you don't have anything to pick it with other than your claws.
I'm gonna try that.
Roll sleight of hand with disadvantage.
Oh baby. All right.
Hughes, you don't have thieves?
I am Lars. 19 and
Lars,
21.
Lars,
Oh,
if you
my
have
bad.
thieves' tools, you can lockpick with those because they include.
Again, he's restrained. His hands
Oh,
are
right,
behind his
sorry.
back.
Apologies. Continue.
Guess what I just rolled?
Right. Given your modifier, I will never let you roll sleight of hand again. But,
Screw you, man.
okay. Interesting. Alright, fuck. You're able to get your claws into the, manacle set. And you're able to start, picking into the lock. Although with the noises of them fighting, it's hard. It's a little difficult to get an idea of, what the lock might be. After a little bit, the manacles close, or the manacles open. Unfortunately, this is going to take your entire turn to finish.
That's alright. Worth it.
So, the bandit, Koro's bandit, the one she fucking stabbed, is gonna pass his turn. Lars's bandit, the one who's still fighting, who's kind of blocking the doorway, he's gonna ready his weapon in a defensive stance.
Oh no!
And the bandit who is fighting Jeff is still just kind of at his knees, nursing his own wounds. Jeff, it is your turn.
Let's. Is. Alright, I'm gonna. Let's see. I'm gonna. So there's one in front of me on his knees, and then the one by the door is. Still standing, right?
Yeah. He's a little bit in the doorway. He's like, he's about 10 feet, in the doorway. It's narrow enough that he's pretty much blocking it entirely, though. So you guys would probably have to suffer quite a few attacks of opportunity to get past him by climbing over his ass.
Would I roll with disadvantage to shoot the guy in front of me?
At his
Since
knees?
he's so close. Well, I'm just saying because it was close with a ranged weapon. But
I mean, I think how the book is like if someone's swinging at you, they get advantage because you know you don't have a weapon to really actually be defending yourself with. I think I looked it up, but I don't think you get any punishment. I think the range of the bow is like 15 to 60 or something. So I don't think you're able to hit the guy in front of you. Unless you were like execution style doing it, but like to roll. the
Yeah,
attack
that's
and
what I was
everything.
kind of thinking.
So unless you're gonna execute him, then not really. Then I would say you're not able to attack him.
Trying to think. Do I have any other weapons that I've? Oh, I forgot about my pitchfork. That would take a turn though. I don't want to burn my last. I'll just produce flame and kind of I'll burn them because why not?
All right. Do you have like an attack roll for that you can make?
Yeah, it's dirty.
All right. Roll damage.
28.
Oh, he is low.
That went super great. 1.
You roll twice and add them. So.
It's even if it's a dirty 20.
Oh, dirty 20. Yeah, no, just the one time. All right, 1 damage. It's with the way it's been going recently. With just how you've been using it in the past. Yeah, you're just kind of so used to it, just using it enough to like light a torch that you kind of lost track of how strong you have to channel it to like actually attack and like hurt someone. So instead, you just kind of like throw a blaze that kind of burns a little bit, but he's able to snuff the fire off his chest rather quickly.
I don't have too many close range attacks. And it takes a turn to switch weapons, right?
I think so, yeah.
He's on his knees, right?
Yeah.
What if I were to execute him? What would how would I go about doing that?
I mean, basically, you would just like hold like the arrow like to his head, essentially,
What Fuchs did.
and just like fucking.
Carry.
I do.
Isn't it a 1d100?
Make. So you are executing him?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. Jeff, you kind of take a few steps back and you ready an arrow from your quiver and, you sling the string back, and look down at the guy. And you kind of, you get the bow pretty close. You release the arrow and there's this wicked just, and the guy, the bandit's head just kind of jerks to the side and he, flops over onto the ground dead.
Got him.
Got him.
Cora, it is your turn.
Stab time. Stab the guy in the doorway. Again.
So you're running into the hallway with him?
Yes.
Alright. Roll your attack.
What?
It's another fucking nat 20. Roll attacks. Close enough to a nat 20, Jesus Christ.
Jesus.
I think the rest of your party needs some of these rolls, man. At least Lars, anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, his rolls before were literally all his modifier. He got like an 11 and a 13.
Yeah, which is the only reason I was able to get out of that.
Alright. So, just a normal D8 plus
Yeah,
my modifier.
roll your damage.
6.
Alright. Are you doing your extra swing as well?
Yeah. Wait. Another swing.
Huh?
Another swing.
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay. Wait, should I roll to hit for that, or can I?
Well, yeah, you roll attack. You have the extra attack.
I am not doing well right now. Okay. 5.
You slash at him a couple times. You're able to get past his defensive stance. And you're able to get a good slash around his shoulders again. And he flips his weapon down and kind of thunks it into the ground and takes a knee again. However, Cora, you notice that behind him, there are a couple of people just kind of walking down the corridor, dressed in the same attire. And there's a lot of them.
Is there any way for me to ward the rest of the party?
Yes.
Guys, there's a bunch of people coming down the hallway. A lot of them.
Lars, as it's your turn, you start getting up. And if you guys remember, there was a bandit at the end of the room who had just been standing there for a while. Lars, as you're just getting up after freeing yourself, he just presses your chest back into the ground.
Can I pull my legs up and kick him, or is he not in that position?
Well, if physics worked that way, maybe, but you know, anatomy as well as a couple other things get in the way.
Could I just like put my elbow underneath me and then shove my head into, shove back and then slam my head into where it is?
No.
Fuck.
Sorry. Yeah, so it kind of thunks you under your chest again, really knocking the wind out of you. This guy's strong as fuck. He grabs the thick of your cloak, picks you up, and kind of puts you on his shoulder. And you notice that he puts the set of manacles at his belt, and pulls out a pretty grotesque meat cleaver. It's got various blood stains dripping down off it. There's a few things of guts kind of lined on it that he's yet to shake off.
Cool.
Make a perception check.
This is great. 10.
Yeah, it's probably the same guy.
Cool. So he's got me, and he's got a meat cleaver. I don't like where this is going.
He doesn't move anywhere, he just kind of keeps you on his shoulder, and they're looking past at the rest of the party. Jeff, as you're looking into the hallway and as Cora translates this information to you, you turn around, and you see this really heavy-built, bulky guy. He's got, like, big chest, broad shoulders, really muscular-built hands, fucking beast of a guy. Like, it looks like he's probably human, but he's got, like, really torn and mangled skin. What looks like thick hide, almost of the skin. They're wielding a meat cleaver as well as Lars. And you just see this really disconcerting mask on the guy. And as well as that, you see the bandit from the middle of the room just kind of walking towards you.
Question about ranged attacks. If they are too close, what happens?
I think how it works is just that it has a range of 15 to 60. So if they're within the 15, I think you just can't fire the arrow or something. I'm not well informed on it, but
I can confirm, if you're within 15 feet of someone, you can shoot them.
yeah.
In real life.
But like, if you're like you can fire for the execution, but that's something that's like you do for kind of like just the show of it, essentially.
Yeah. I guess I switched pitchfork
Okay.
and then go after the less scary man.
The one not holding Lars, or
Well, if he's holding Lars, is he holding Lars kind of like a meat shield type thing, or is he just
no?
like?
He's got Lars essentially like like a bag of sand hold over his shoulder, basically.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and attack. Well, that's a 7.
A 7 for attack.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh.
You done.
Okay.
You fucked up. You know what you've done. You know what you've done, dude.
Uh-oh. 6.
Uh-oh. 6?
Yeah.
Lars, you find a sharp pain, and realize you now have a second tail.
You son of a bitch.
A wooden feathered tail.
My bad.
Yeah, you just fire the arrow and you're just like, ooh, shit. He's gonna be so pissed at me.
Final lie. For fuck's sakes.
And you also notice, Jeff, that as you fired the arrow, the guy holding Lars had literally no, like, flinch or intimidation from the shot. He did not fucking move.
Wow.
Make a wisdom save.
Uh-oh. Where's my modifier? Oh, okay, 10.
That kinda scares the shit out of you, and, given that you literally shot fucking Lars up the ass, you kinda lower your bow a bit instinctively and kinda start to shrink. Roll a flat D12 for me.
12.
Fucking. Alright, so despite this, you're still able to kind of control yourself. And if you would like, you can like, make a strength save against the one bandit who's going with his set of manacles to apprehend you.
Alright. Strength save, right?
Yeah.
That's a 23.
Yeah, he reaches for one of your hands, but you just swat his hand away, and end up, plucking against the back of the wall. Cora, you notice, as you're in the hallway, at first you could see 3 bandits walking towards, and then you could see, 5, and then 7, and then more, and then a lot more.
I don't like this.
Make a wisdom save.
Oh no! This is not good.
Not gonna lie, this is an uh-oh moment.
You don't fucking say. You don't fucking say.
You kind of start taking a couple hesitant steps back, but you don't let the intimidation phase you. Uh, Jeff, as you're struggling against the big guy trying to put the manacles around you, he just says, "We've already chosen the medium way. Don't make it go the harder way."
The medium way, really?
Can I steal the whatever they're called? The
Manacles.
handcuff things? Yeah.
Why?
So I can put them on. I can reverse it.
Uno reverse card.
Roll sleight of hand with disadvantage.
Oh well, this isn't good.
You'll say.
Oh, okay, 10. That's not terrible.
10?
Not good either. Yeah.
You reach your hands forward to get him, and almost as if he's seen this scenario before, he just kind of whips the manacles up, and your hands immediately slunk into them. He just closes the manacles.
Oh no!
Cora,
my
as you're
hands.
taking your hesitant steps back, you look behind you to see the big guy just blocking the way. And he just pulls out another set of manacles and is just like,
Sorry.
"You've already made this harder than it has to be. Don't make it harder. Don't make it even more hard."
That's
The medium hard.
the medium difficulty. Okay.
Yeah, so the big guy is just approaching you with the set of manacles, as well as the shitload of bandits kind of walking in from the other place.
It seems I am in a difficult situation.
Well, guess I'll die.
Ooh, yes, I'll die. I'd rather her not die because I'd like to, you know. Let's. What are even my options here? I can stab the guy again. That's fun.
You can make it even harder than it has to be, or you can attempt to fight the big guy with the set of manacles and the army of bandits coming down this narrow and closed hallway.
I may be an idiot, but I'm not that big of an idiot.
So you're surrendering?
I guess I'll try to duck between his legs or something and get out of there.
You try to get under his legs, but he just kind of
I
like
don't even roll.
closes his legs, and you run into his leg. He just grabs you by your back and closes his manacles.
Well, frick.
Okay, I wanna do something.
What do you want to do, Jeff?
I wink at the
Being
guy and
enslaved.
then I change into a bear.
Oh no!
Jeff, as you try to use your magic, you notice the manacles start to let off this whirring sound, and you start feeling this horrible sapping feeling.
Well,
And you notice at the front of your manacles, there's a small gem, and kind of scratched etched into it. You just see anti-magic shackle.
Oh. Cool.
I try.
Yeah. There's a couple of moments that pass. The big guy just kind of Cora. He just kind of walks you back into the main room, and gathers the two Jeff and Cora. He kind of assembles you two. Takes a couple of steps towards the big guy holding Lars. And he's just like, Macmillan, go deal with that arrow for us. I suppose our friend here is gonna need that out if he's gonna be working. The big guy doesn't even nod, he just kind of turns around. And
Remember, kids,
starts walking
slavery
off.
is good as long as Chase does it.
Oh yeah.
Remember, kids, paddle until you don't get caught.
Lars, the big guy who you infers, named Macmillan, he, walks you over into this one room. You can tell it's his room based on the various meat hooks and, just grotesque shit. He plops you onto a table, and next to your head, he just his meat cleaver right in front of right next to your head, in a very intimidating and freezing way.
Wait, at which person is he doing this?
At Lars, he's just in like a private room, and he just swings the meat cleaver down in front of your face.
Appreciate it.
After a moment, the Macmillan takes a couple steps over, leans up, grabs the arrow, and just fucking yanks it out of your ass. It is very painful.
Cool. Appreciate it.
After a moment, Macmillan just walks over to a bucket, and you hear him just throw it in there. After that, he just walks over, grabs his cleaver, he gives it a bit of a tug, and then yanks it out of the table. And he grabs you by the back again, lifts you back onto his shoulders, and drops you to the floor again.
Okay, so don't think I don't know where you got Macmillan from.
Huh?
Don't think I don't know where you
Yeah.
got Macmillan from.
Yeah, I know. He just kind of steps on your back for a moment, and he closes a set of much cruder feeling manacles over your back, or over your hands. Sorry. He picks you up once more and takes you out. And while Lars is having that experience, Jeff and Cora, the big guy who arrested you, introduces himself as Evan, by the way. After a few minutes, as Macmillan comes back with Lars, who is, you can just see from where the arrow is, it's not been treated at all. You just, like, fucking ripped it out and brought him back. Evan, kind of taps Macmillan's shoulders. For those of you in the stream who fucking know who Macmillan is, because it's a reference, yeah, Lamau. Anyway. Yeah, Evan just kind of taps Macmillan's shoulders, and he begins walking. And after a few minutes, Evan turns around and just gestures for you two to follow him.
I guess, or if I'm one of the two.
Yeah, I guess. Follow him.
So where am I exactly?
You're on Big Daddy Macmillan's shoulder.
Cool.
As the two lead you three to deeper into the mine. Or not deeper. Sorry. They start leading you through the doorway you came from, or the entrance, whatever. And they walk you back into town. And they thunk. Evan just drops Lars once more on the ground, very, very sloppily and just very, fucking, just very carelessly just drops Lars. they bring you to one of the small shacks. And you guys just see that in this shack there are a couple of not quite as equally restrained dark elves who are just kind of huddled up, basically. Macmillan just turns and walks away, and after a moment, Evan's just like, "Dinner at 5, and you'll be working for us from now on." And he walks out of the cabin and closes the door.
Do we still have the shackles on?
Yeah.
Can I pick it again?
Yeah, pop these bad boys up.
Lars, you notice as you try to jimmy your claws up to the between the manacles, you notice that there is no keyhole, and you turn around to let Jeff and Cora see, and both of you notice that there is an iron band locked over the socket.
Oh. Well then.
You see etched into it is troublemakers with shackles.
Oh. Oh. That's wonderful. Did I pick everyone else's
I have a.
What was that, Jeff?
So, how do like things that are etched into things work? Like, if you scrape them up real good, do they disappear, or?
Well, what do you mean?
Like, into something, and then you like destroy the symbols. Does it go away?
No, you can tell it's just like they're just like labeled that way.
Oh.
Yeah, they're just like
I thought it was, like,
like
magic
imagine
words.
like they're just like carvings in a tree, but on shackles.
Can I pick everyone else's locks?
With the way your hands are fashioned, you aren't able to. You're not able to.
Damn. Okay. Well done.
I'm guessing these guys are anti-magic.
I'd assume so. Sure seems like it. So we're slaves.
That's fun.
I fucking hate this.
After a few
Okay,
moments,
when-
one of the dark elves finally kind of pipes up and is just like, "So what are your names?"
Jeff.
I'm just gonna spin on my heels and be like, fucking annoyed.
That's Lars.
I'm Cora.
They
What
kind
about
of
you?
nod
What's
their
your-
heads hesitantly. After a moment,
What's-
the one that was talking to you just kind of just slinks back into his seat.
What's
Hmm?
What's the I asked the dark elf what his name is.
Yeah. He lifts up the sleeve of the cloak he has, and he shows you a crudely a crude branding of 0730.
Oh.
If they burn my ass, I'm gonna kill them.
Well, we're planning on busting out of here.
Bust a move.
So,
You all kind of
You
notice that a lot of these elves have their ears clipped, as well as they all kind of look very frail and not very strong. And one of the other ones kind of pipes up and is just like, "If you're in this cabin, that means you're on night shift."
Ah, it's dark.
do you guys know if these shackles are anti-magic? Do you?
Magic? What's magic?
What
Ah, shit.
are you?
I try and cast produce flame.
As you try and do that, Jeff, you feel that terrible sapping feeling again as you just try to channel it. And you're not able to power it through.
We gotta get these things off.
Do either of you two want to make a perception check?
Yes, please. Do.
Wait,
10.
I got a 10.
Worst. Another fucking low.
You both got a 10?
Megalovania.
That is, hilarious, yeah. I'm gonna say that's not high enough to tell you.
Can I make a perception check or not?
Sure.
Okay. Bye.
Yeah.
What?
Don't worry about it. Only a small detail.
Hmm.
Only a small, very hot detail, probably.
Possibly fatal detail.
After a few more moments, one of the dark elves kind of pipes up and again, and they're just like, "You best get sleep now. They don't let you sleep in the caves."
Ah, this is awful. I bet we should break them all out. Just saying.
Less.
Before. Alright, I have a plan. I think. When they go to take off these shackles so we can, I guess, mine and stuff. Hopefully they're stupid enough that in the second or two that I'm without shackles, I can change it to some big ant and then free everybody else.
Sounds good.
A lot riding on that, but you guys eventually.
Yeah, that
get
is a very variable plan.
You guys get a short rest in before there is a very loud just against the wood door. After a few minutes, the dark elves wake you guys up and anyone who managed to sleep through the knock. And the door just slams open, and you just see Macmillan with his meat cleaver. He takes a step back, ready for you guys to start walking out. As you guys notice, as you kind of see the dark elves kind of line up in formation, you notice that as each one walks to the doorway, they stop just outside of it, and there's a bandit on the other side of the door that locks a shackle to their ankles. And as you guys get to your turn, you just hear the quiet huffs of Macmillan as he stands there with his cleaver. And each of you get your wand shackles, and after a few more steps, you hear Evan in the distance going like, "Hold the line!" Evan walks up to the three of you and is like, "Hold up, one of you's the magic user, right?"
No.
Can Lars just sort of roll his eyes and go, "What the fuck was I supposed to do, huh?" Sort of. Okay, can I roll for deception?
What are you trying to deceive?
I'm gonna try to get them to think I was the magic user.
Go ahead.
That's a good plan.
Well, now, fuck you. All right. You take your kind of thief's charm and you kind of channel it into your playing innocent acting, and you're just like, it was me. Evan kind of squints at you for a few moments. Looks at Macmillan for a second, and he walks off. He gets a special shackle. You can see the ones you guys have is this crude, very stained, and old shackles. This one is equally as old, but very much less stained and used, kind of copper-looking shackle, as well as you can see the same gem that is in Jeff's manacles is on this one. And as he's walking up, he looks at the three of you and then once again sees the gem in Jeff's, and he's like, nice try. Almost had me. He steps on Jeff's shackle, and he does some jimmying, and basically just kind of like sets the shackle on your other foot. You guys are like hooked by your left ankles, just like that one alone. But he basically just kind of puts this around Jeff's ankle and just kind of wraps the chain a couple times over instead of like chaining it to somebody else. After a few moments, he's like, "Alright, back to work." And the line continues. You eventually get down to the mines, and as you're walking into the cave, you're handed a pickaxe. And you guys are carried off to the mines.
Welcome to slavery.
Well,
Thanks.
that's alright.
Why? I definitely didn't want to kill you. I totally don't now.
What the fuck? Okay. That's weird. Alright, that queued like a whole ass playlist for that. That's annoying.
Welcome to slavery. I'm your host, Memphis, Tennessee.
Okay.
Trace is just like, okay.
Yeah, so as you guys get to the mine, you see the Dark Elves are very routine based here. Like, they know what's up. All of them get in a line on various parts of the rock, and the line eventually stops, and they lift up their pickaxes and start swinging into the rocks.
So, I guess might as well just stay under the radar for a while so we can get a good chance.
What is the guard situation looking like down here?
There are a couple of bandits patrolling, as well as you can see that Macmillan with his cleaver is just kind of standing overseeing all of the lines.
Okay.
Uh,
Probably can we just for a little bit.
And you do notice there is another patrol going, but this one is a patrol of Dark Elves. They're in their shackles, and they are very lightly armed with like clubs and sticks. And you can see these ones are a bit heavier built, and they just kind of look more like the jocks of the club, basically. And occasionally they'll just kind of walk up to someone, find some remedial redundant thing about someone, and just use it as an excuse to harass them. And they're just kind of walking around a bit. But otherwise, it is working time. So yeah, there's a couple of hours of work. Everybody make a Constitution check.
Okay.
I'm playing a game in the background, and I didn't hear you right. I thought you said prostitution check.
Oh,
10.
10.
I got a 21.
Nice.
4.
Yike. Alright, Cora. With the heavy pickaxe, you're really using a lot of your might to swing it over. And a few hours in, Cora, you really start feeling the exhaustion of it. Lars, you start to feel it begin wearing you down. However, Jeff, you've been in the military before, and you're kind of used to busy work and heavy labor like this. You can feel it, but your body's familiar to it. About 3 more hours pass. And after those 3 hours, eventually that patrol of Dark Elves kind of walks up to your guys' line, and they notice Cora is a bit struggling. One of them flips their stick and kind of crouches down and like, "What's wrong, Tiny? Having trouble keeping up with the rest of your friends?"
No,
He kind of sneers, kind of
okay.
meanly.
Shut up and mind your own business.
After a few moments of silence, he kind of watches you for a moment. He's like, "You know that sloppy form? You know the punishment for a sloppy form, especially if you end up breaking one of those things?"
You know what? I could care less. I couldn't actually. I couldn't.
You do what? Sorry.
You know what? I genuinely could not care less.
He laughs a little bit and he's just like, "You'll get a pass for the first day, Fresh, but don't expect us to go so light next time."
Okay, have fun, buddy.
Continue down the line.
And Lars just look him dead in the eyes and just go, "Fuck you."
Lars, as you do that, one of them takes their stick and thwacks you over the head with it. It doesn't do damage, but it does sting.
I'm not even gonna give a shit. I'm just gonna look him right back in the eyes and just squint a little bit.
They kind of look at each other and it's like, "Oh man, the tough guy in shackles thinks he's got something going here, boys." They both kind of start circling you.
Why don't you actually take him off of it?
Are we all next to each other?
Cora's in the front. Jeff, you're behind Cora, and Lars, you're behind Jeff. And you notice the dark elf behind you, Lars, takes a few steps back from his work, puts his pickaxe down, and one of the jocks does the same with Jeff and just kind of moves him forward a bit. And the rest of the bandits are just kind of circling Lars. If you're gonna be making trouble like this, we stop that. And if you keep making trouble, then your little boyfriend Macmillan will. And they just kind of continue slapping their various crude weaponry in their hands.
You know, it'd be a shame if this pickaxe slipped and split your brain in two.
Master weapons all you want, you'll never be in
Yeah,
the
kind
side story.
of. The what you can tell is kind of the main jock kind of leans over and he's just like, "Is that a threat?"
Hell yeah, it is.
Lars just starts bouncing excitedly. It sure fucking is.
Can Cora just listen? Shut up, idiots. You're pushing the limit.
You know, we're supposed to be a little easier on the first days here, but seems like they didn't get the memo this morning.
Before he finishes talking, I swing my pickaxe at him.
As you pick them up, they dodge back. It's a very heavy pickaxe, very, very misweighted. And as you swing it forth, it does end up missing people. But you do notice that the jacks have taken a step back. However, you do hear a bit of slow, large footsteps just thumping forward. And as you look up,
How thick is the chain
from your
around my-
pickaxe swing, you look up and you see you see the large leather overalls and the meat cleaver, and Macmillan is staring in front of you.
My pickaxe slip.
Macmillan reaches down, grabs your pickaxe, yanks it from you, tosses it to the ground before you, and he grabs you by the back of your neck, and just kind of stares at you for a moment. He tosses you against the stone, raises his cleaver, and gives you a wicked slash across the chest. The damage doesn't matter because you're not gonna die from attacks here, but it hurts like hell and is probably gonna leave a nasty scar. You can see the fresh streak of blood on the end of the cleaver, and Macmillan takes an about turn, tosses the pickaxe back at your feet, and just marches off. And you get the impression that
Real quick.
none of the guards are going to be caring about your injury.
Does it look like you could break the chains on shackles?
With the way the pickaxe is, you wouldn't be able to like swing it down properly.
But I swing my pickaxe at it.
It's basically at the length that you would probably have to swing through somebody. The best you could probably do is try and jimmy it between the chains and try and like yank it out, but that's probably going to be a vain attempt.
Well, it's an attempt. Let's try it.
Idiots. You pushed. You really pushed. Well, you've already
No lid for goddammit.
the last one.
You guys let a few hours pass to kind of lose a bit of heat, and you guys eventually, after a swing, reach your pickaxes and start jimmying it in between the chains. And after a few moments of this, Lars, you're able to end up you're able to slip your pickaxe through with your lockpicking training. But one of the guards walks up and is just like, "Hey, not allowed. Get back to work."
Well, I hate this.
Seems like only one of you got the memo here. He kind of glances at Cora and nods his head a bit and walks off again.
You see, guys, a good reputation.
I don't give a shit about a reputation. I'm not meant to be a fucking slave.
It's been about a steady 11 hours of working. You guys haven't had anything to eat from this. And it's just been steady. Reach back, swing pickaxe down, retrieve pickaxe, and ready to swing again.
What are we mining?
From what you guys are able to see, you're just mining stone right now. However, you can see what looks like a little bit of higher regarded slaves, just from the way their shackles are a bit more pristine and their clothes are a little more well kept. They're mining some gems in a hallway or in a bit of a hallway nearby.
Are they the same gems that are on our tackle?
They are not. It appears that they are. It appears that they are mining. It appears that they are mining out like blocks of blocks. It seems like they're mining out blocks of coal, some various different kind of ores. Just seems like a general mining exposition down here.
Okay.
So yeah, it's been about 11 hours of this straight working. And you guys are you're starting to really lose it here. Even Jeff with the added injury across his chest is starting to kind of struggle to pick the pickaxe up. It seems like everybody is kind of hitting that point. They begin a bit of a chant, a slave chant, basically.
Oh.
It seems like one of the guards is playing an instrument or two to get this going as well.
Oh. What is this chant exactly?
Just before they start, you hear Evan shout, "Last hour shift!"
Well, that explained that. It's the last hour.
I'm gonna walk you guys through your pickaxe swings for this song. So as you guys retrieve your pickaxes from the stone, make a strength check.
Okay.
30-20. I've been rolling really high.
23. I've been rolling really high when I don't need it.
2, okay?
I've been rolling really high when I don't need it.
You guys fish it out of the stone with those rolls. You lift it way behind your back, arch your back. Make a strength with disadvantage to swing it overhead.
I fucked up. Oh wow, 2 9s.
Ten.
Okay. Cora,
Oh,
disadvantage strength.
I haven't even pulled it out.
No, everyone's rolling disadvantage. Don't worry.
Okay. I haven't even pulled that out of the rock. 7.
You guys slam it over your heads into the stone. Make a Constitution save.
Oh no.
Everybody, by the way.
That's
3.
a
I got 2.
This is about a 5-second process, and you guys have been doing this for 11 hours.
Oh no.
You guys have been making these rolls back to back for 11 hours every 5 seconds. Every 5 seconds of every hour for 11 hours. You guys can feel your hands and palms are blistered to hell. Your arms are sore and they're very heavy. And as it seems the music kind of reaches its climax, it seems like you are most of the way through this last hour. After a moment, you hear just this ding 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 ding. And a lot of the Dark Elves are let out a long sigh, and they just drop their pickaxes at their feet and start walking back.
Well then.
You guys notice that they kind of round up the lines. So you're walking between. You guys are walking in like. You guys are in the middle line. There are 2 lines of other slaves who are walking next to you, as well as the jocks who are leading the charge, who are at the front of the lines, and in front of them is Macmillan. And you guys just kind of march, and as you guys reach the main hallway, you notice you guys went down the second hallway, and from the other 2, there are another set of 3 lines of slaves, as well as their own set of jocks. And they lead everyone to this the very crude kind of mess hall. That's just kind of like a couple rows of tables. And you just see at the tables is just there's just lines and lines and lines of bowls of soup. And Evan leads you guys to the front. They begin a process of unshackling you guys, similar to how they did it before, or when they put it on. And they kind of set you guys at your tables.
Okay.
I hate this so much. So much.
Existence is pain.
Agreed. Preach it.
Just preach it to the choir.
You guys notice that the soup is cold. It's very much liquid heavy. Not a lot of stuff in it. There's a couple of strands of beef in there, but it's fuck all for food.
Well,
it doesn't even like rehydrate you guys, even with all of it. As you guys finish, they lead you all back to your cabins, and close you in for the night, or for the morning, I should say.
Guys, I have another more put together plan.
So how's slavery?
I hate it.
Great.
It seems the DM is enjoying himself.
Fuck you,
No,
Chase.
that's the most fun I've
Don't mind
had.
me, I'll be eating hot Cheetos in the background and stealing ideas. I mean, what?
So what are you guys doing?
I'm just. Can I look for
I have a
anything like noteworthy in here?
Sorry, what?
Can I look around see if there's anything noteworthy in here?
There's fuck all in here. It's basically there's a bit of a floor. Like you can tell that it's just kind of like planks on the ground. They're not like nailed down.
Aren't
it's
nails
most of the dark elves are kind of just going to sleep already.
Can I try to put planks up?
You're able to lift one up, but it's just sand underneath it.
Can I start to dig? Well, keep your out.
Sure. You probably have to lift a couple of planks off, but as well, these planks are like lengthwise of the thing, so they're pretty big planks that stretch from one end of the cabin to the other.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not like wood flooring where it's just like a bunch of them layered into a floor. They're basically just, yeah. I mean, you can if you want, but you're gonna have to like get a couple of the planks off. It's gonna be like impossible to hide.
Well, is there a way I could hide it by like putting them back? Or is that just not possible?
I mean, you might, but you're also removing sand from the ground with nowhere else to put it.
True. Well, in that case, what about the roof? What does the roof look like in this place?
It's about 10 feet off the ground. It's a roof.
It's a roof.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Unique details you're giving me here, Chase.
Yeah. What the fuck do you want from me? It's a wood cabin. It's a wood slave's cabin.
Are my hands bound currently?
They're in the same shackles from before.
Okay. Shit.
So you guys, finally, you guys hunker down, and you go to sleep, and, as you guys are sleeping, right as it starts to get really comfortable, there is a trio of loud, hard thonks at the entrance of the door, and it is the next night of work.
Yay.
The 12 hours
Night
go
2
by
of
the
slavery.
same. The 12 hours go by in the same torturous level. It's kind of harder to get it done than the first day. And by the 12th hour, you guys finally stumble onto the mess halls. You guys eat your small soups. And as you guys are walking back to your cabin, you guys overhear Evan talking to a couple of guards, and he's just like, the warden's coming over in a couple days. I think they're switching us. I think they're switching us out. So just for the next guy who's doing my job, just show him the ropes. You know, let him know how I did things. After a few minutes, you guys go back to your cave. You go to sleep. You get your third day of slavery under your belt. It's just the same. I'm not gonna re-go the plot beats. It is exactly the same day to day. And you guys kind of get the terrible idea just from the fact that the one dark elf just showed you a tattoo, or a branding, I should say, for his name. That this is the life that these dark elves have known for the entirety of it.
Dang.
After about the fourth day, you guys notice that instead of Evan running the field, there's somebody else running it. You're not able to get a good idea of who it is. They're very quiet, and just kind of have other people doing the announcements for them. Yeah, it's just another day at the field.
Well, I guess we're stuck here. I absolutely.
I have, I kind of have a plan a little bit.
Do you want to tell it to your friends, or?
Well, when one of us, whoever is in the middle, will, fall down, and then when, I'm guessing the other guards or whatever come over to either probably beat them, the middle person till they get up, the other two swing their pickaxes and try and take them out.
Right now it is Cora who is in between you two. You guys decided that just in case something happens where you guys draw attention to yourselves, it might be better to have the one who is aware that trying to cause trouble is a bad idea, is better to have between you two. In any case, yeah, you're welcome to try shit. I mean, like, the
Let's
bandits
do it.
aren't gonna encourage it, and they're gonna beat the shit out of you if it doesn't work. But
Okay. Yeah, Cora falls.
so, Cora, describe to me what you're doing.
I guess, she tries to swing her pickaxe a little too hard and she loses balance.
Okay.
She's already trying, yeah.
So you're kind of going for like a clumsy, like you just kind of fell
what?
over, or
Yeah.
okay.
Or at least to the point of, like, I don't know, man. She's on the ground. That's all that matters.
Okay.
She wasn't that far.
Interesting. All right.
Still.
You swing your pickaxe up, and as you hit it to the ground, you kind of throw your foot back. It kind of yanks at Jeff's and Lars's chains, but you fall to the ground. You notice a couple of the guards take notice. After a few moments, one of them walks up and is like, "All right, get up, get back to work."
Pretend I twist my ankle.
Roll performance, Bard.
What?
Roll performance.
Performance.
Please don't kill me.
You're a bard. You should be like, hell yeah, performance. What's like the only thing I'm good at in this game?
Stop.
Ooh, not 20.
In Louis' campaign, I have to look for excuses to roll performance. Be grateful.
You would give a really heart-wrenching story of how this was your favorite ankle and how it was with you since childhood and through all the hardships you've gone through. And how upset you are that you've lost this ankle all of a sudden. One of the guards next to it even starts crying a bit. But
Oh my
the nat 20s of a bard. But after a few minutes, the one guard is gonna do one of two things. Wrong command. After a few moments, the guard kind of tugs at his shirt and is just kind of leans over to one of the guards and he's just like, "Get the warden."
Ah.
After a few moments,
We better kill the.
after a few moments, you notice the warden kind of walk up. They're betwixt two very larger guards, very much the kind that are just there to protect. The two of you, Jeff and Lars, it is Triss who is the so-called warden.
What? Oh god.
She's got an absent smoke in her mouth, in her beak, and she walks up and is just like, "Of all people to see, working in the mine, it's you three."
Well, this is a wonderful family reunion, isn't it?
Wait, who is this person? I
Triss.
Chris.
Chris. Come on.
Well, this just got interesting.
So you're gonna let us go or keep us here for? Because with you, it could go either way.
She lets a puff out of smoke and just kind of leans against the stone that you guys are working at. And it's just like, it really could go either way. That depends on what you guys are gonna do.
Well, we could always keep this shut. Let no one know.
Yeah, because that's what I'm worried about.
Oh, well then.
It's not like I'm in good cahoots with these guys or anything, and I'm in a feasible point to join them fully. in any case, I've heard that you two, that one and that one, I heard you two have been causing trouble. Shame to see the one that wasn't causing it stoop to that level.
How
Yeah.
close is she?
She's about 10 feet away.
Okay.
In any case, how about this? I'll make you guys a deal. Give me a good reason why I should let you guys do not busy work. And maybe I'll think about not having you
We
do
can always
it.
we can always pay you some.
Yeah.
Not making us suffer constantly. In return, how much do you want?
Let's see. I make about 1,000 a week for being in the warden spot, as well as whatever returns the main bandits get from taxes and that sort of stuff, whatever they steal. I would say maybe about a monthly check of 11,000 gold. To be reasonable.
I could
What a
get
fucking bitch.
Don't say that out loud, idiot.
And
I mean, I can say that out loud. I'm not in this campaign.
if I'm not mistaken, I don't think you guys have 11,000 on hand or able to be gotten at a considerably consistent time.
Are you doubting me?
Yes, very much.
Oh, fuck.
To be fair, you are the one in shackles right now. She kind of lets a small smirk go about her face.
Hey, remember when I told you that you didn't have to work that office job because you weren't getting paid?
Yeah.
What do you think made her
Is
get this
that what-
job?
Exactly.
So you're. So why
What's your point about it?
do we have no choice?
Well, I helped you realize that you didn't have to be there, and then you went out and got a better job.
And now we're enslaved, which is amazing. Frank,
I work that job so that dumbass mayor won't get uppity about it. If he didn't have someone doing all of his work for him, he might actually try to get something done. I don't know if he told you, but that Sand Shark issue, that was months old at that point. As well as, I don't know if you noticed when you were, expressly robbing the place, that, there was about 150 bajillion. of
Hold
those
on,
late
that
notices. Oh yeah, that
that
didn't
didn't
happen.
happen.
Oops. Whatever. Oops, the DM fucked up. Alright, whatever. So she doesn't say that much, but, Well, if you don't have the money, what else do you think you could do that would be more worth your time?
well, let me think here. I have an old friend, and this is where I messaged the DM.
No,
Wrong.
no more deals. No more deals.
No,
No more deals.
No. Touche, asshole. Too fucking shay. Damn. Piece of shit.
Did you guys just have an argument over text?
Kinda. He's trying to pull some fucky wucky shit with a dead character. Yeah, so in any case, Trish has asked you guys if you can make her a fair enough offer to consider having you guys out of the mines.
We could honestly do much more work elsewhere than in the mines. I mean, we did.
We're not really equipped to mine. Physically, that's not what we do.
Well, we can also kill things in very quick amount of time.
That is true. Also.
That is fair. You
I'm
did
especially-
execute a guy who stopped fighting. Yeah, I heard about that. Kind of fucked up for you guys being heroes, isn't it?
Yeah,
Wait, who are you talking about? I forgot.
Jeff killed someone, didn't he?
Yeah, he killed a guy who was on his knees and stopped fighting.
Oh, yeah.
Like, straight up executed his
Wow.
ass.
To be fair, you're sending all of the death sentences.
She shrugs a bit. Well, I don't know about you
Well,
guys.
what?
She looks over to the other guards. But that last offer was almost irresistible.
What? What offer?
After a few, she asked one of the guards to fetch Macmillan, who marches over. As he approaches you three, Triss just says, "Cut their chains, please." Macmillan lifts his cleaver up real high and smashes the chains between each of your ankles.
Thank you.
Now, if you don't mind, I'm gonna let you guys on an honor system, because from what you've proven to me in the mines, you guys are so trustworthy.
Okay.
Okay.
So if you guys want to kill something, I do have something that I kind of need you guys to kill.
Well, spit it out.
Yourselves.
Oh. You're a douche.
She she finishes the cigarette she's smoking and flicks it to the side. And just kind of stares at you guys.
I guess this is a good time to do some magic.
Alright, bro, do it.
I turn into a bull.
A what?
We're charging out of here. A bull.
Ah.
And I just start running towards the exit.
Alright. As you
Hit
turn into,
everybody in my
a
way.
bull, you just see Triss spread out her wings, and she takes to the sky a bit. And just flies just out of reach of you guys. Some of the other guards kind of dodge out of the way. But Macmillan raises cleaver in response to this and makes a wicked slash for you, an attack of opportunity. What's his strength mod? That's his strength mod. Oops. Does a 20 beat your bull AC?
I have no idea what, but probably.
Cool. What's his cleaver do? It does... Take 14 points of slashing damage.
Jesus.
Oh.
Okay, I have this cool thing. Well, I'm an animal. I can roll a d8 and regain hit points. So I'm gonna do that. So that's 14 points of damage. And then I roll a d8. Well, that healed 1 damage. So now I'm at 41.
You can tell even
That did-
despite the healing, he gets you like across the top of your head. You can tell that every time you go to the bull, that slash is going to be visible as a very, very well pronounced scar.
Well, I keep charging.
Let's go.
You guys, Laura Zakora, you guys look behind to see Macmillan just kind of wipe the blood off his cleaver onto his arm. And readies his cleaver next to Triss, who kind of sits back on the ground. Or lowers herself back onto the ground. You hear Triss whisper something, and Macmillan starts marching after you guys.
We're booking it, by the way. Like, I'm full charge.
Yeah.
I am. I'm gonna use my 35 feet max speed and just gun it. And just run.
Come on.
You're running separately from Jeff?
Why don't you
Yes.
hop on my...
Well, in that case, he's gonna take another attack of opportunity on you, Lars, since
No,
I
you should have
assumed you were
hopped on.
gonna be just there. Or on, that. So, fuck that. Wait. Oh shit, that's only the strength mod. Oops! Okay. That's not absurd. Wow. I'm gonna let you guys know that, despite the modifier, he rolled really low. Lars, does a 16 beat your AC?
Fucking yes. Jesus. Do you even need to ask that?
Hey, I forget what the Duster Cloak, what its AC is, alright? Wow, that has the same mod too. That is crazy. Lars,
Yes.
take 18 points of slashing damage.
God fucking damn you.
So retcon, Macmillan takes his swipe at, Jeff, doing the same thing. After he re-readies his cleaver, he lifts it up again to, slash at Fuchs, which catches you, like, right down your back. And you can tell that's gonna scar too.
Cool. Great.
In any case, yeah, Macmillan is just kind of marching after you guys, as you guys book it out of there. You guys burst through the entrance of the mine and back into the desert. You guys have the stretch of slave cabins to go through. It's about 4 hours into the night. So it's maybe it's like 4 in the morning. So the moon is pretty high up, and it's actually kind of closer to the horizon. But you guys have the there are a couple of guards patrolling. They're kind of slacking on the job. But I mean, a lot of them just kind of look at the boulder and like, what the fuck am I supposed to do about that? And you guys are able to get out of the town rather quickly.
Let's fucking get out of here.
Jeff, make a survival.
Bird
Jeff
time.
and Lars, make a survival check.
Oh, this is where I fucking die.
You and Lars?
Well,
He
I
has
got a
hard.
4, so
A 4?
yeah.
I got a 6.
Should I make it?
I'm gonna say no in this sense, Cora.
Okay.
So Jeff, you have no idea where the fuck you guys came in from this town and where the trail back to the dust is. Lars, mostly following behind Jeff, you have no idea either.
Great.
And, Cora, you're just on Jeff's back, kinda hoping they know. Which, they fucking don't.
Oh, shit. Well, gentlemen, it appears we're bone.
Time to fly again.
Yeah.
Alright, you're turning into an eagle?
Lars,
Lars, are you getting on this time?
Yes. Fact.
Who am I?
Thanks, smartass.
Again, don't know why you just fucking didn't the first time. I mean, Jeff is probably faster than you as a bull, but...
Yeah, I did. I said. Fuck. Oh wait, no, I didn't.
Yeah, no, you said, alright, I'm gonna use my 35 movement speed and book it out of here too. And I'm just like, wait, you're not on Jeff? Fucking, that's another attack of opportunity, dumbass. Anyway. Yeah, so Jeff, you turn into your hawk, your giant hawk, and as you guys start taking to the sky, you see at the entrance of the mine, Macmillan take a few more steps to the entrance, and he just kind of stares up as you guys fly off. And, he just, he just kind of, like, pulls his cleaver up to his face and just wipes off just a gross amount of blood from it.
That's really not safe. You could get some blood diseases.
He's gonna get AIDS.
What? Why?
I don't think he cares about blood diseases.
Yeah. So, Jeff, do you want to make another survival check?
Alright. 12. Looks a little bit better.
From the sky, you're able to orient yourself a little bit, and you go in the direction you think you came from. Well, you guys are flying for about, 2 hours before you see over the crest of a dune the dust off in the distance, almost like directly to the right of you guys, so you were almost close enough there. The sun is starting to rise at about this point.
Cool. So here's the thing that I think we should discuss before we go barreling in there. What do we tell the mayor?
That's what I was thinking about.
Because she did betray us.
Triss is running again, and they're really clever. Freaking mine a bunch of gems and stuff.
What is your guys' plan? What do you want me to say about this?
Let's just tell the mayor what the fuck happened and just be like, yeah.
We
You guys
should
like
probably
stop
go
like
check
I'm gonna
into
add
it.
something to conversation like I'm a player too.
We should probably go to bed first. I mean,
I did nearly fucking die.
Oh yeah, and you guys are like 5 days of 12-hour work shifts with very, very little to eat. Like, basically enough to keep you alive, not considering that you're doing 12 hours of hard slave labor. So yeah, you guys can tell you've lost quite a bit of weight, and a lot of your strength is gone. And Jeff, it's kind of taken the the adrenaline alone to carry you this long, because you're starting to feel it in the muscles of your wings, and it's starting to feel stiffer and But you guys are able to get to the dust at about morning. And yeah, you guys kind of swoop into town. So it looks the same. You guys see plenty of food going around, which is, you know, the second you see it, you guys feel your stomachs lurch and you start feeling yourselves drool a little bit. If only you had the hydration to drool.
Well, in any case, I think we should tell the mayor once we, you know, stop dying.
You know, that would be convenient.
So you guys are going straight to the mayor?
No.
Uh-oh.
We're gonna like sleep.
Ah, gotcha. So you're not even gonna eat first, you're just like, fuck it, let me go to bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, you guys sleep, both of you go to the inn and the guy's like, you're back. Interesting. He lets you guys have your rooms. He kind of notices that you guys are looking beat and is just kind of like, bad for business, but you guys need it.
Thank you.
And you guys sleep for about 15-ish hours.
Felt that.
And you all wake up because your stomachs are in extreme pain because you guys are fucking hungry. In fact, make starvation
saloon.
death saves. No.
Oh, that'd be bad.
You don't fucking say.
Let's go eat.
Yeah, we should probably go.
You guys going to the saloon?
Yes.
Yeah.
You guys get there, it's a little late. It's about, or no, you guys slept 15 hours, it was 6. So it's about, 3 in the morning, I think. That's probably close enough, whatever, fuck you. And, you guys get to the saloon, and the guy running it is just like, you guys are back in town. Good to see your kind of faces again. Not really, but it's the polite thing to say.
Trust me. I would say the same.
Rude.
Don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah, he washes his glass and he's like, so, what'll it be, guys?
Food.
Food.
Okay, I run a business here. Things cost stuff. I can't just go get you some random thing because last time that happened, I had, well, almost had a lawsuit about it. Imagine how you get a lawsuit in a place like this.
Okay. How much gold? Do I have all my shit?
Yeah. They never really took your stuff away from you, but you were, like, restrained and tired enough that it
Okay.
wouldn't have mattered.
Fuck. I'm just gonna dump like 20 gold on the table. Like, fucking give me something to eat that isn't shit.
The innkeeper, nods his head and, reaches back. And, after a few moments, he comes out from out back and he's like, it's, time I retire for the night anyway, but, this is, Marnie. She'll, finish serving you for the night. Yeah, the barkeeper, walks through the doors and goes home. You see Marnie, who is, not particularly, but she's a large lizard folk, who is, kind of in similar, like, attire to, like, a slave, but it is much more, it's much nicer. Much more comfier, anyway. and she just kind of brings out a couple bowls of food that are the first thing she brings out is like a meat stew.
Good. Thank you.
Might be a little cold, but that's what you get for coming here so late.
She slithers back to the back of the bar, and comes back with another set of plates which are filled with various like fruits and vegetables and such.
Cool.
This is the best you can get from 20.
It's food waste.
It's better than water, which is pretty much what we've been having.
The stew is right. The stew is like it's cold, but you can tell that it's like it tastes like, despite being cold, it tastes pretty good. I mean, it helps that you've had fuck all to eat, but you can tell that it's pretty decent. As well as this, after a few moments, she sets a few glasses of cheap beer on the table, and returns to the back of the kitchen, or bar, whatever, the back of the bar, which is the kitchen. And yeah, you guys fucking eat food and drink beer.
Cool.
Perfect.
Sounds like a Friday night to me. Except, you know, I'm not dying, like, which is nice. I like it.
After a few minutes, Marnie comes back and just kind of stands at the she sits down in one of the bar chairs, and just kind of passively observes you guys.
You're not used to seeing skin and furred folk, are you?
I would say so. It is interesting to see something so foreign in my own line of work.
Your own line of work? What does that mean?
It's rare that I leave the kitchen in the first place, but to see something that I haven't seen before is very strange.
That's solid. So yeah, I guess we're just. It's 12:30. Sweet.
Okay.
So you guys.
What?
Go ahead, Jeff.
What species is she?
She is a lizard folk. She's kind of a bit of a different, like, she looks like she's a different, like, subspecies of it. She's got, where a lot of these lizards are very kind of, like, kind of bulkier and more muscly kind of thing. She's a lot more, kind of more on, like, the snake side of the lizard.
Seduce, no.
You can tell just from the way she's talking, it's a lot of like those drawn out S's. She's got like that more pronounced lizard tongue.
What do her feet look like?
God damn it, Elliot, shut up.
Kind of like a mixture of dragon and frog feet, I guess.
Hot.
Oh, both of you guys. I swear to God.
Hey,
yeah,
I'm just
but
asking the real
you
questions
notice
here that no one's brave
from
enough
a lot
to
of the
ask.
from a lot of the lizard folk around, most of them are like pretty dense. Like mostly are like kind of a grayish to a maybe like a very dark brown in scales. However, she's got this kind of a soft green scale with you can see from where kind of like the underside, you can tell from her neck Like the underside of her body is like a red scales. Very much a different kind of lizard than most of the people around here.
Are you from around?
The real questions.
I am from faraway places, but I was brought here as young child.
She sounds Chinese.
Okay.
Sorry, I just felt the need to say that.
Okay.
Do you remember where you were?
I do not remember, no. I do hope the food is good enough, by the way.
It's good. The shit we've been having for the past. How long has it been? 5 days? 6 days?
It's been about 5 days of slave work.
Yeah,
A
it's
business week.
amazing.
So. Yeah, it's pretty. Good actual flavor.
She nods her head a little bit.
I cook all of the food here in this establishment. It is sometimes
Do
good
you,
to hear feedback, know what I could change.
What's the best dish you could?
Best dish I could make would be... I make many things for not in one serving. I know how to make lots of things, and it is too late at night to bother making so much.
OOC, I kind of want to bring up magic, but I don't know if it's a good idea.
Probably shouldn't. Oh, that took way too long. Oh, my brain hurts.
I've got to go for a second, guys.
Okay.
Be back here.
Wow, my eyes hurt. I've been doing character art for my campaign for the past, like 10 minutes. Or like, no, like 5 hours. And my brain hurts. That's gonna be saved as a JPEG.
So what are you guys doing now?
I don't think we're gonna do anything. I think we're good right here. For now, at least.
Or are you calling
I
that
guess-
a campaign?
Yo, Elliot.
I mean, we gotta talk to the mayor at some point.
Did we say my name?
Yeah. How do I make a token in Roll20?
You do a token maker thing, put your image in there, download it, and then you put it in the edit part of your shit or whatever.
Okay.
It's easy, just don't fuck it up.
You say it's easy, and then you say don't fuck it up, except I don't know where the token maker is.
The token maker is an external website.
Oh, god damn it.
So do
Yeah,
you
just
guys want to go?
search token maker in Google.
You guys want to go talk to the mayor now?
Probably.
I mean, it's kind of like, what time is it? Like, morning?
It's 12:30.
It's after eating the food. It's about midnight-ish.
He's probably still awake. Why not?
He sleeps. That's a thing people do.
Not a thing you do, Chase.
No. But yeah. So and you guys going to the mayor's office?
Yeah.
Cool. You guys get there, and as you guys could have guessed, the receptionist desk is empty. And you guys see you guys get up to his office, and he's not up to much. Just kind of sitting at his desk.
Hey, so Triss is kind of running a slavery operation in the town that you wanted us to go look at, and we kind of got enslaved there for 5 days, and it was not good.
The mayor slides his feet off the desk, and he's like, I didn't expect to see you guys coming back. I thought maybe Sandtruck got you or something.
No, we've been enslaved.
Huh. Triss, you're sure?
Yes.
Of all the lazy bums in this town, I wouldn't have thought it would be her.
Here's the explanation. She was tired of not being paid for her work, so she went to do that. She makes 11,000 gold. How many days? 11,000 gold.
A week.
Yeah. So
11,000, you said?
yeah.
Huh.
And he had to do some crazy shit to get us out of there.
I make 15.
You're the mayor.
Dun dun dun.
Wait.
That means he's a part of the deal.
Uh-oh.
Now, if you three don't mind, I would like to keep this deal running. And worst thing comes to worst, I'm gonna have to take care of you three.
Okay. We'll stay out of your hair then, bud.
At least Triss was nice enough to let you guys run free, it seems.
Well, she told us to kill her, but
What are we doing? Did I miss something?
A little bit.
hey, so is there like a place to get explosives around here? I'm not asking the mayor this. This is OOC.
Not really.
Okay, guys, we wait till Triss comes back and goes inside the building, and then we set it on fire.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh. That's scary.
How many windows and doors?
There's a window outside the mayor's office. There's some occasionally. But you know.
How is it a one-story or two-story building?
It is 2 stories.
Yeah, that was his name.
Is the mayor's office?
The mayor's office is on the 2nd floor. It's kind of the main feature of it, actually,
Okay.
the 2nd floor.
So I say we one of us will get a cart or some type of big object, block the front door. One of us will watch the windows, and the other will start the fire.
You guys just have no comment about it, like, yeah, that's the plan now.
Is there a place where we can buy or rent a cart?
You guys kind of heard of this town. It's a couple miles outside of the dust. They've got the slave operation going. Not relevant. They might have some cards for you. They also might have some new manacles for you, but, you know, that's neither here nor there. In other words, not really.
I guess we'll just have to kill whoever runs out. Is there a place? You said there's no explosives. I'm guessing there's no, like... Is there, like, kerosene or something? Or, like, lamps that could be explosive? Or just burn in general?
Not really in the dust. That kind of stuff kind of exists in some of the higher end places in the world, but not in the dust.
Alright, well, I guess we wait till Triss comes back, and then burn it down.
Okay.
Hey Jeff, be prepared to I turn into a giant eagle and get this the fuck out of here.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Sounds good.
Oh, and before you guys leave, I would gotta be careful about what you're doing in town.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, lifts his feet back up onto his desk and waves you guys out.
Can we see, the mayor building from our rooms?
From
From our rooms, where we're staying?
Your rooms are kind of towards the back of the end on the first floor. But you can like see it from the lobby.
Okay, at least a few of us hang out there just so we can see if Triss goes in.
Alright. As you guys are kind of sitting there, it's a couple hours into the next day. It's about noon. Sorry. And you guys do notice someone walking down on the pathway in the distance. They kind of just got there though, so they're like a tiny speck, but you can see very clearly that someone is approaching the dust from where the slave camp is.
I guess we wait. Not, like, we're not obviously, well, Jeff is not obviously poking out his head out the, like, windows and stuff. He's kind of, like, watching from the back of the room.
Mm-hmm. After maybe about half an hour, they get into closer view. And the person approaching the dust is Macmillan.
Well, interesting.
And I think that's where we're gonna call it for tonight as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Damn, slavery time, am I right, boys?
Less time than I would have hoped to get in this session because apparently I have the power to sleep through an alarm louder than the fucking planet, but... oh well, I got the 11th session done. And
Nice.
it was a better session than 10.5, so there's that much.
Dang, I can't believe the obviously corrupt Western mayor was corrupt.
Yeah. I mean, that one was obvious, but Triss being corrupt as well was a bit of a twist. Wasn't unreasonable, because probably would have done it anyway, but, you know.
Dang, I can't believe Beatrice owned slaves, bro. What a hottie. What a bad bitch.
Yeah, I'm a bad bitch. You can't kill me.
I'm a bad bitch. I own slaves.
Yeah, so, what you guys think?
I hate it.
Just so
I
you
wanna
know,
kill
just so
Tris.
you guys know, I'm kind of half debating Macmillan being like a sort of Revenant kind of Resident Evil Revenant kind of thing, where just like constant threat who's just gonna show up sometimes to fuck shit up.
I am flipping between the mood of I want.
I find Evan to be a bitch.
Please, we need something.
That was fun. Did you guys enjoy being slaves?
No.
I enjoyed witnessing the slavery, if that's any constitution.
Constitution.
You know what?
Sorry, consultation.
Can't even freaking speak.
I mean, if you want it to be a constitution, I can make it a constitution.
Yeah, can everyone in the Gyorst roll make a Constitution save?
Hold on, let me roll my dice. I'm saying I have a below average con, so we'll go -1. 16, does that succeed?
Unfortunately it does.
Damn.
Yeah, but yeah, so 12th session, that's gonna be exciting. Because you guys got the corrupt mayor, you guys got Tris, Macmillan's walking down the fucking street.
I like how we went for the phantom.
You got enslaved, you know, the normal family
Yeah.
bonding experience.
Can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Did you eat all those?
Oh, fuck.
No, I've had like a couple.
Little fucking cunt.
You've pretty much eaten the whole bag. I don't think anybody else has eaten it. Could you do me a favor? Could you grab me a couple of Hot Pockets and throw them in the microwave for me? And then when they're done, bring them down?
Yeah,
I would do it, but I have to join this bridge and start doing some shit.
that's cool. I just finished slaving my players in D&D.